The Complexity's T side has a lot of questions to answer.
Complexity are just freezing early on. They want to let Furia aggress into them, and Fallen has to try and recover what Cello's...
You want kxgo to perform, and right now, elige finding those two entries, it makes Furia very uncomfortable. In fact, elige not just finished, not just content with two.
I'm telling you, Michael, it's all about losing the hair. That's what gives you the game. Of course, he's had it historically for a very long time as well. elige, a man who has been Bracco in 2017 being the only exception. kxgo falls as well over here. kxgo with the re-smoke out onto Monster as well. elige is good for the first, but the flashbang gives kxgo blind. Good for the quick double. Can he switch out for the AKA? No, just the Galil found. elige in the meanwhile still locked out of the B-bomb site. Short was mollied. This is where kxgo needs to find more, and indeed he does. Both him and Fallen coming alive, and Complexity have walked into a trap. elige the only one to find frag.
Into the series. They're talking about on the desk, there's very limited demo work to look back on Furia, and so they won't be ready for play.
Or they'll prove it again. Fallen to cover out the toilets. Oh no! He's given away his position. They might realize there's a man near flower pots. At least the audio cue should give it away. Holzer's found Yuri in the meanwhile. Nading opened the smoke and he continues forward. Fallen found out. kxgo covers him off and gives them the advantage again. Close and personal, it's Art. elige doesn't spot out the foot in time. Art will overrun him. They still have more to show us, and you'd hope so. You really would. Olzerk doesn't know that Yuri is nearby, and the flash is good, but Yuri doesn't peek behind it. Is there a second one to fly through? Yuri's being spammed. Holzerk will find him as well. Yuri might regret not peeking out earlier on, but Fallen is here to quickly salvage the situation. kxgo's fast rotate as well as Fallen's fast opping.
They act with that element of surprise. Big boost up here for elige, but Yuri, around the corner, elige just too sharp.
Nade's also very good. kxgo's gone. elige, that's a double kill. Hey, you're looking for that mid-round presence that he can offer. Floppy still holding things down on the lurk back towards the B-bomb site. Holzer spots out the hip. And Art goes down. Cello, the chance now to succeed where everyone else has failed. Good for that first. He notices Floppy as well, rounding the corner, but the shadow of Holzer doesn't matter. Fallen covers off Floppy on the side. He's in a 1v3, closing the distance to the bomb. Time ticking down low. Their Tech 9 striking through, but Fallen can't. About a faster play, but a smoke down, and kxgo now boosted up. Fallen through the smoke, finds Floppy, traces him through, and Grim doesn't have much to speak of. Fallen gets these. Surely he gets these. No, misses it. Yuri as well. Misses his chance, and now no flashes to help. Fallen is down. JT breaks his first and second blood. The flashbang is fantastic, but kxgo is just better. Weakens Cello. Holzer missing a crucial shot, but a deep nade will help soften things up for elige. He knows where the last player is as well, but a quick adjustment from Cello won't.
JT getting this double kill into Banana just creates so much opportunity, and it was these flashes from Art on the rotate that almost teed up kxgo to shut down this A play.
How does he get this?
He gets caught pretty hard by the flash, but JT as well caught by it all the same. That's flick from Cello. I mean, here for Furia. In fact, they still run with some in reserve, even moving past into another full buy. Grim weakened up by
Cello. Molotov will not be deployed in time. He'll have to do this old-fashioned. It goes right past him. Floppy closes the distance. Cello should be a dead man, but he's ducked all the way down. Nothing working out for Cello. Rather, against Cello. JT as well falls in the meanwhile. They simply cannot scale onto this B site. Holzer and elige all alone, and now Holzer.
But Grim and Floppy, you know, these are players that have experience and have been touted as these star players within the North American region, and right now really struggling versus this Furia that are... Fourth round would go a long way, that's for sure, but no guarantees, especially on a pretty cobbled together buy. Deeg of JT meets Yuri on that AUG, but he'll hear steps right behind him and does get floored finally.
Deep Molotov gives Fallen space to set up, but elige now anticipates. He knows their tendency. They're watching out for Art's push as well. kxgo, can you line up 3? You can't even get 1 in that position. Cello now on the rotate, given a chance to shine, but I don't know if he can really hold a candle up to this 1v4 behind Grim and Floppy. You need that activation, and JT takes down cello early on. Elige.
Yeah, it's a big head to find. Art as well, boosting himself up, but leaves himself vulnerable. Floppy picking him up, being engaged here by holzer.
I love the push from him. Sets him up for success very nicely, but Yuri could also catch a timing. Yuri instead catches a bullet. kxerato and Fallen. So much success found between these two players on that CT side, and Fallen looks to respond on a player who has not retreated. holzer decides it's a bold choice, but kxerato can cover off with some great damage found. They know where holzer is as well, but they're just not ready. Excellent timing already being found, and as the smoke dissipates, if Complexity can re-smoke this, it feels like you're setting up holzer for perfection, and indeed, bomb's been dropped and Furia are completely split up across the map. Floppy finds another for free, and Elige makes quick work of any lurkers. Fallen, I think now they also have the call. Now they do for sure, but holzer peeks too wide out. Elige dodges a flash. Will he be checked? Lazily done from cello, and he is punished for it. The bomb down and the rotation's called. Grim good for one. Does he realize there's a second? No. Fallen can trade. 20 seconds on the clock, and JT and Floppy push through. A smoke to extinguish the flames, but JT has been... Honestly, might be a good idea to just run away. He does go for that first, but can't connect on kxerato in time. A Molotov behind him. They're still hunting Yuri. If they keep trying to jiggle out the angle, it does feel like you're inviting death onto yourself. holzer even given the warning shot out, but Elige is caught. What's coming into the B bomb site? JT surely has made that call. The rotation's coming over. Floppy needs to find the frag, but the scope on the other side will not matter. Floppy wins regardless, and JT is doubled up. A deep nade, and Art won't be able to trace out JT accurately so. Time's run out, and all he can do is look to save the AWP.
From holzer as well. He kept himself alive on that A site.
Elige down. Yuri gives him some company. Grim will fall, and JT might follow. They've been waiting for that short water control for so long at this point that maybe you're hoping that they neglect something. Maybe you're hoping that they make a mistake. Waiting. Elige loves to go for this. Elige loves to push all the way through, but now teams are expecting it, and he will not. A Molotov, a flash, maybe even a smoke on the site itself. And as they start to creep forward, Floppy cannot greet them with a kill. It's JT. It feels like they've lost this one round as well. Complexity continue to stay as even.
JT calling Grim over. They're prepared for a double swing, a fight in towards short, and this might be at a timing that they don't expect. Art drops his guard as well. They'll know that there's players right behind that. Elige re-aggressing, but there's Yuri, a patient man, and they swing right into Monster. The flash was good, but kxerato still able to adjust, and cello right behind him. It's Grim left alone on the site. holzer coming in to reinforce, but he'll be late, and Grim has to perform. The first kill there, but the trade from kxerato immaculate. Blowing that smoke open, holzer fine, but he's caught right through it.
Where Complexity has that deficit in utility despite it being a buy, and holzer has lost his life early. Up the hill again and again and again. cello nearby, Elige got off, but he still adjusts for the headshot.
Two stars that you want to see big here on Complexity that are also going to meet the same struggles. Two remain here for Complexity, and that AWP of JT will be empty-handed. Floppy trying his damnedest. He's doing a whole lot of damage, but Furia take Complexity's pick, 13-10. This is looking good for Furia, but there were some major stumbles this map.
And he needs to put up a show.
Elige is hunting for information down ramp, though. It's just going to be too late by the time they realize Floppy face checked. Very vulnerable if Floppy ends up empty-handed, but they will have a flank, and Elige will catch kxerato.
Still need Grim to start putting up some numbers. He's not quite able to find anyone. holzer goes beginning, and they were able to propel forward with, run away with, despite Complexity chasing on their heels.
Yeah, it was a four-man A start there from Complexity. Some good damage being done here by Elige towards the tail end. They're starting to creep their way up towards A as well, all the meanwhile.
But Complexity are expecting this. Complexity are calling for rotations over. JT is down, Furia falls as well. 10 nearby.
Oh, man, Art just toying with them. An SMG that looked to lead the way and actually serving as a lurk. It's Elige that's done a lot of damage on the initial cross to the bomb site, but ends up empty-handed frag-wise. Just the fact that's on rifles, and they wanted to challenge over towards that A ramp, but not a lot showing there for Furia. It's instead this mid play. cello gunned down just before that smoke bloomed, but blissfully unaware. Fallen still probing with this AWP. JT floored, and he was that first port of call on the hold. holzerk sat inside of a smoke, and this doesn't feel the healthiest. Yuri is watching for this exact play. He had him locked in. That's
Floppy rotates back. Grim, an annoying angle for sure, but he's only good for one. No, take that back. Two found, and he stays alive. Felt like kxgo was set up for a trade, but Fallen, after finding Floppy.
First smoke down, but getting past Crane. That's what JT has an angle on.
Fantastic kill found. Art down, Fallen now, that pre-aim. And you mentioned, doesn't really come into play either. Molotov won't stop Yuri from getting the initial peak, and JT is down. 10 seconds on the clock. Fallen needs to try and cover off. The nade from elige will not finish him. But Fallen now might just end up dying after time. There's 3 seconds left, and he's just trying to hug the smoke. Inside, he lies in wait, and elige will not be able to trace him. No, I take it back again. Mine, maybe.
Fallen got his hands back on it.
Oh, well.
And that's why.
For good reason, apparently.
He had the hot hand on overpass.
So far, yet to continue that absolutely absurd spree of domination that he presented, but maybe this is his chance with Floppy setting up for... That's awkward. Don't really blame him for it, but holzerk right now, fully blind, found out elige. Trades elsewhere on the map. Fallen moves through a Molotov, but Art moves through Grim's skull. And now Floppy meets a flame of his own as the bomb is being planted. Art will continue to aggress forward. Will Floppy push through the smoke? Yes, he will. Waits for the flashbang. That's what they needed. And now 2 versus 1. Fallen to defend, but the elevated angle is taken by elige.
Or with aggression, rather, on both sides of the map.
I have to say, I really appreciate... No, hold the point. It's so much blood being spilled right at ramp, and this is where Furia pulling out that fully aggressive maneuver. Had delayed long enough that if Floppy wanted to accelerate a little bit, those nades could have come through, but cello, he's left with 1 HP, and that's gone. In the meanwhile, JT is also pushing forward all the way through. He's got bridge control so they can call rotations over. The commitment from Art gives them the frag. The way elige is down, Floppy still yet to be traced through the smoke, and cello takes the elevated angle with the flashbang. He hoped to take the fight as well, but Floppy dodges long enough to get one. JT pushes forward. How has Yuri are walking into what looks like a certain death trap? If JT wants to contest this, he needs the instant headshot, and he won't even get a chance to pull the trigger.
Timing was great there for Art. holzerk does get one back from White. Fallen dropped, but a player sat quad and just waiting for the right time to strike. kxgo just holding a line, even with another win. Can they upset Furia here? Just a little jiggle, and elige hard cleared by cello, and they know they wounded up this extra player in Grim right behind. That weapon was recovered for just a moment, and all JT had was a rounds. It just came down to losing members as they were crossing into the bomb site and just called it quits. Nice timing for Floppy on this flank, but that weapon is looking mighty irretrievable. Chance of it cascading out of control, all on holzerk. First kill found, and a second as well. Fallen falls, and kxgo also hits the deck. holzerk has pulled this round out of the hat. Art is just trying to punch in those digits and hopes that holzerk makes a mistake, but it's 4 clean headshots on this Deeg. holzerk is not to be messed with.
Expected to get it, but the skill from Furia. They can't do anything about holzerk's deagle. They simply can't refrag it. It's not like they weren't swinging together.
A couple people over towards ramp, but after all that forward pressure over at B, they peeled back. kxgo hunting, and a headshot offered up. Floppy dealt with. First person to rotate in, it's elige that has to take up that mantle and does a lot of damage, but doesn't finish off a frag. Trying to get some more space for those rotates to feel more comfortable, but Art has crept his way all the way through that A bomb site, so he's a late lurk, someone that they can maybe rely on before Justice Complexity are setting up for all of this utility. elige, the flash, it catches him, but Art can still activate. Fallen chewing them up from the front, and Art stabbing them in from behind, but elige spinning all 360.
holzerk, good early kill. An advantage found, but Yuri begins a journey through the smoke.
Oh dear.
To try and flank out 2 unsuspecting CTs. They have no idea. They don't know at all. Yuri goes back instead, but they're losing members. Yuri's flank might not be relevant at this stage. CTs have no idea. Holzerk's got mid covered off. That seems to be the naturally assumed kill. Yuri to find, Yuri to evade, Yuri to move past. There's one, there's two, it's found. Grim turns around in time, head on a swivel, and he's got the frag. Elige picks it up as well, and where there was death's door beckoning, kxerado's the only one to now try and deliver. Try and play out a little bit more slowly. Double util pieces going forward. cello still hidden away. Yuri, in the meanwhile, loses his life, but cello's Tech 9 is yet to reveal it. Should get one for free. Indeed, it does. There goes Grim. They weren't expecting a player to already be passed, and now Floppy is down as well, but Elige is flanked. That's all they're depending on. Elige needs to get everything here. Has had a player move past him. The Mac then behind. Elige can't adjust, but they're not ready for JT as well. A 2-on-2 as the bomb is planted. Accelerates forward. kxerado spots him out. kxerado just playing it with patience, but his patience runs thin. kxerado is low, has to hold on, but he can't do so. JT, no kit, no time. To see that form hasn't dipped down, but complexity still on this D side feel like they need a bit of a showing. Smoke down behind Art, but he's already moved past it. He doesn't care. Once they continue pressing through in ramp, he knows that they're going to have to try and isolate this duel, but Art fights right back. Another player around the corner. They don't swing him properly, not in time. Art's aim cannot be denied, and the bomb is in the back lines. Elige. Fury have read this perfectly. Elige, bomb now out. Aren't committed to. cello's not peeking. They are afraid, and they have every right to be. They should be when it's Elige on the other side. Fallen takes the first peek. Elige cleaning it all up, setting up for the ace. Fallen around the corner, and as he tries to dance with death, Elige is left with no HP, and still Fallen cannot punish. It all comes down to this complexity. Behind their leader, hoping, praying, and Fallen with a recovered kit inside the smoke does tap away, but Elige will not bite. Elige will not do so. Fallen still will be able to get this round despite every... 3 players escalate up the stairs. JT looking for the first, but kxerado evades fire, re-peeks back out over. A nade as well. Is there flashes? Is there help? Is there anything? No. His help is down, and kxerado can only trade it. Now left on a reload inside the flames. He should be falling, and indeed he does. Art.
Faster attack on that B bomb site. We saw Furia get away with having this initial...
Oh my God.
Floppy initially had some problems dealing with himself, and Elige crept past that short smoke as well and realizes that there's nobody playing forward here on Furia, but it's a different port of the attack. Art.
Yuri, however, there's that second prong you're hoping to see, but the flash is too good, and Elige is the same. Holzer can trade when his leader finally falls. And now 4 versus 2, Holzer only had to keep himself alive. In the meanwhile, the B site is where kxerado is found out again.
Present here for cello, but one of them is playing forward. A couple of flashes available here for cello. That smoke faded, and he's dealt with JT. That was the lowest man. Each of the first players that should contact are on that low health. A tap on the bomb, Grim will face, and that's an easy frag for cello. And it all comes down to Floppy to make sure that cello can't pull this all together, but it's not a prime position to really combat this, and Floppy had to take a wide angle face.
Elige and Holzer have taken a significant amount of damage, and Art is here to finish them off as well. Potentially Elige too will fall. And now would be the time for kxerado's Deagle to shine. kxerado needs to have a round here. Floppy's already low, and as the flash flies through, kxerado ends up blind as well. JT trying to fight back, but Fallen now getting involved. This is it, complexity. This is the round.
And it's Art with this SMG that springs the trap, finds these first 2 kills. They had utility. Signals should have been raised if you were complexity. There was an investment behind this that Furia were willing to leverage. These shots from cello are clean.
Their mental must be shaken at this point. Art is still getting aggressive. Elige, can he find him? Elige turns around. Art has the advantage. And now Art just maintains with the spray. There is nothing they can do to get past this man. 24 kills.
Idea that there is somebody still committed in this position. cello still yet to reveal his plan. This should be a Furia round so long as cello finds this kill.
Oh, the patience as well. cello knows that all he has to do is force Floppy to show his hand. And from here, it's his teammates' job In through ramp he goes. He's now watching out for that dark peak to come through, and at the smoke down, Fallen can't cover. Art on the smoke. The nade should finish him off, and indeed it does, but Fallen, position revealed will not matter. Look at this, man. Art, the first kill is bad enough, but the fact that he gets a full follow-up because of the grenade, it is huge.
And there was a world where, you know, cello, once he could have taken a timing and actually just peeked in from sandbags, but he was waiting for the right time to strike. And once he saw a free kill,
deep Molotov forces them forward. JT and Floppy combine forces. And maybe Furia is caught off guard by the double.
breaking into B, sure, but will they try and go for something like it again? A lot of presence shown over towards ramp. Elige trying to chance it. Once again, using this smoke, but they're assembling the boost. He caught them last time, and he'll catch them again. Yuri dealt with, and some damage exchange.
Fallen is providing with a scope, hard scoping forward, just trying to clear out sandbags if anyone is there. But in the meanwhile, Elige is going.
They know this round is already done. Complexity will be the one that strikes to 11 first. All about how many weapons they hold on to, and Fallen making a good case.
The game Art's been having, he has to keep himself alive over here, and as he's jumping up and down, Elige finds him again. The duel between the two seems to decide the fate of a round, and if history is anything to go by, unless Yuri gives us a multi-kill, it might be difficult, and Yuri caught on his teammate as he tries to retreat, Fallen as well. Holds off an angle, close range, gets the kill. JT down, and Floppy joins him. Advantage regained, but Holzerk will trade. Holzerk and Grim now trying to get the bomb down. One. Grim nestled away, now aware, and kxgo brings him low, but Holzerk now wants to swing out. kxgo meets them both. You can...
And then him and Fallen just stopping them, keeping them contained at ramp. They could never get comfortable setting back up onto A. They had to anticipate that someone could even overstep past those smokes when they were dialing in those digits, but that just...
That gave the audio cue. They should know that there's two players as well. cello fully blinded, but kxgo is the same. He still gets two. kxgo picked things all the way back up. Complexity. They feel their life leaving their bodies. Grim in an impossible 1v4. Will be made to fear him with his position revealed, but Yuri's the point man again. Yuri's putting up numbers, but Elige and Floppy are the ones finding frag. Holzerk's Molotov still equalizes, not in the way they wanted it to. Complexity. The combat opt this out, and Elige is here to continue to prevail, to continue to perform. Holzerk misses the no-scope close range. Grim is still knifing thin air. Elige takes another down. And trying to make it look like they want to go for a commitment. Complexity are instead angling to A. Fallen has fallen.
Only actually allowing Holzerk to hunt with that ult. But Yuri is still kept around because of that. They don't really know what's coming. kxgo making up for Yuri, going 1 for 1, but it's a trade right back here for Complexity. A man advantage and the flash good. Art forced to take cover inside of the generators. And just hoping that Yuri can also sweep up, but Art finally found around those gens.
It's on the A-bomb set. It's inviting you. Yuri, however, wants to go for the full commitment, fighting into too many swings. Elige. Now they don't even buy an AWP over here, and with how effective Fallen's been, that's important. JT, however, can't finish off. It's very difficult to clear, and as Grim moves forward, cello's already. He had gotten himself off the angle in kxgo. In the meanwhile, can't deal with too many positions. Yuri as well will fall.
They can't keep doing it. They just keep attacking this B play. But Art coming in on the backstab, finding Floppy, and Elige already low, but Holzerk's found Fallen, and the nade will finish Art off.
Cross-continental rivalry, but for now, Complexity seem to have the bigger man and the bigger monster. 1-for-1 trade to start things off, but as Art closes the distance, JT around the corner is asking for death, and Art is happy to deliver, but he's lost his teammates and he's lost his advantage. Ground conceded, and Complexity look to start riding 15 on the top of the scoreboard. Fallen to go down. And where Furia had every advantage, instead cello will look at what is in front of you. It is greatness consolidated into a single man.
Nice high-low setup as well, built for mid, and Art trying to pick it apart, but he found Floppy, the instant headshot, the quick tap, and then elige was here too, so it's Art and kxgo of that first half of the overtime, but JT's still giving it a gander, seeing what he might be able to find around those smokes.
They've decided to go in for it.
Yeah,
they want to go for the full retake. kxgo should be able to cover this off as well. Continues to deliver in overtime, kxgo. Another big double. Has been somewhat missing at times, but holzerk with 10 seconds is really hoping to find the bomb planter. He might have done it. Yuri goes down, and as they're just trying to zone in, Fallen had to... holzerk looking to peek in. He's got that one. Makes it look like it's free, but needs to be careful not to just cross over in front of Grim's aim.
Grim, down the ladder he goes, and cello was caught between watching B.
kxgo, he's not really going to be able to add anything to this overall debate on the A side. Complexity, find a quick pick, and he needs to get out of the way as Fallen has missed his shot and the opportunity is lost. Complexity on the verge of delivery, only Yuri left, and as he's found one, denies the plant, keeps it going, but holzerk's defused. Complexity will even 16-13, we're going to nuke.
Fantastic gameplay we've just seen there, boys. Complexity take
To make it to Copenhagen, it begins and ends on nuke.
And it begins with JT's head rounds, and now this crossfire in ramp has been broken apart. The head of cello is feeling a little bit lighter with a bullet having gone right through it. Art now to try and hold down the line. kxgo's rotation will be helping him as well. Fantastic adjustment. Art is looking like he's still coming in with the same form that he showed in Vertigo. Hopefully we can see a similar performance here as well. Bomb being planted, shots being evaded. Grim, however, does just stay alive. 2 versus 4, Grim and elige. Elige starts off strong, but Grim's been taken down. In the meanwhile, elige barely has any HP to work with, but at the same time, Furia's not looking for... He's overperformed, in fact, and now he needs someone else to contribute to the group project, but elige, JT down under, so he can't come through late. kxgo on the jump up connects, but he's traded as well. Grim gets it going. Any of that.
I mean, JT's done such a good job just by keeping himself alive for as long as he did.
Oh my
He was
God.
buying time and looking to make a case. But nice boost. That is your least valuable weapon. And full right by kxgo, cello at those decon doors as well.
kxgo steps up, 2 big frags, and again, the double kills right when they're needed the most.
Bomb as well.
They can't do anything about it. That first kill from holzerk.
They start to accelerate down towards the lower play. Man, what a shot from holzerk. But it's just not enough. Furia had the numbers down on this lower side, and when kxgo is getting doubles like this, it is so much harder to...
All we can hope for is a close nuke, and Yuri doesn't want that at all. Yuri wants to press the issue, and the issue is his life. It's a classic from Art, but as holzerk gets up on top of the red box, he will fall. JT is here to trade. And with that,
But they've
double
got-
push out from heaven.
Furia have a lot of utility.
They'll have to use all of it to try and displace Grim from this position. He's the primary risk that they have to take care of. Grim instead actually ends up backing further behind into the site. He's still alive. kxgo's double keeps him in the round, and now it's all him and elige. Can't quite get the silent drop down, but he's still committing to the defuse. Elige rounds the corner long enough that kxgo's pushed off of it, and now elige swings out. kxgo. But the same can be said for Complexity as well. They're going to be focusing for a fast hit on A, and this is expected. Yuri and cello completely destroy this push from the North Americans.
But now access towards Secret granted, and Art is going to be that first line of defense, but he's pulled away. The fact that Fallen has cold distraction, Art's starting to creep back up those vents, but there's players down lower here for Complexity.
The bomb plant should come through. It'll be free. No one here to contend. And in the meanwhile, holzerk covers off. The vent is completely blocked. 3 players are trying to walk down, and 1 is already dead. The second to follow. There's no way for... Really reminds me of those B-side angles he used to hold on Train, but right now he's losing members. kxgo gone.
And they want to reset and attack this A bomb site, but Yuri finding elige on the lurk. JT to trade, but cello at the back of the site. still alive and kicking, trying to keep himself afloat. Players coming up those vents, and Fallen's there to reinforce, but they didn't realize that Hell was an access point. It's Floppy left in a clutch, a 1-on-3 that's chewed down to 2, but he tries to tap, he forces Fallen forward, and it's Art that remains on this MP9, but he doesn't know where he's coming from, but he outguns him.
But at least there's one. Art?
Taking a risk.
Art is got his paintbrush on him, and Holzerk is gone, not expecting, and Grim not ready.
And now he takes a risk, a gamble, and complexity lower their guard. Dropping into main is elite. Heavy rotations here on Furia. So if they're able to somehow mitigate Fallen, that would be their access point, but Art starts to play close, and they bait JT in. Once again, calling Floppy. They need him to clutch. They've brought it certainly close. 5 could be enough on T, but a 6 would go a long way. Yuri just toying with him. Door open, door closed, but there's a door right behind him that is fully open, and he's not planted that bomb.
The plan is simple. Go try and find Holzerk, but JT's there to cover off JT with a double beheader. And Holzerk's over here to try and follow through as well. Elige, backup on backup on backup. Holzerk yet to commit. When he finally does, he'll find Art. A scout more important than most, especially in this series, and with Yuri's demise. Wants to take a peek. A flash would be great to try and help him do just that, but he's lost his teammates and his life.
I mean, in an instant. You couldn't ask for really more out of a T side, and Floppy just turned the wrong way. They still had players left on lurks to punish these remaining complexity players. The round was already done. I mean, the net is just so widespread that there's basically nothing you can do. You guys are not even playing with this food.
Holzerk able to fade away as well. Very, very important, though, that they realize it.
Furia are fine with.
Holzerk needs another one, and shot's been missed. That's clip Art through the edge of the wall, but that's not good enough. JT needs to finish. Grim hoping to be overlooked. At least one should be free, but even that's being flustered and floundered. Kesarado finally taken down as well. And we're low. Holzerk and Grim are hardly feeling too healthy either. Holzerk knows where Art is, covers it off as well. All down to Fallen. The 1-on-2. AK in hand, Op abandoned on the floor elsewhere, and Fallen needs to take the fight to them. If Grim is allowed in nearby, well, he's gone! Straight to the head it goes, and he knows that Holzerk is rotating in from ramp. Holzerk, Hearts goes forward to meet his death.
If you're Holzerk. I mean, low health, but he didn't know that Fallen was as wounded as he was. Maybe that information could have been relayed over, but easy to get lost in all of the chaos. Flanks on flanks. You had Art coming in from Hell. They waited for him as well, but the fact that he found that first kill so rapidly, Holzerk wanted to try and face in.
Deep scope in, but again, not the frag. Once more, Yuri left on 19. Last time it was Art, and Fallen's found Elige in the meanwhile. Desperation is... And those three, not for long, perhaps. No, Fallen down and out. Grim's able to evade capture. 2 men left, and complexity. They've begged, they've prayed, they've scrapped for survival. But truly, it feels like Furia is inevitable. The fire of Furia continues forward, and Floppy, the only one to interrupt and punish. Could still be caught out, but Holzerk doesn't quite get the timing, and Kesarado can find his. Floppy had a clutch already, but 2 now where they might be expecting him as well. Kesarado turns, and Furia move on. Copenhagen awaits Furia once again. Qualify completely untouched.
Oh me, oh my, the Furia boys have only just gone and done it. Heartbreaking.
Trap. 3 players stacked here for complexity, and it's Elige, that man in question.
JT with the flash as well, so he can enable both Elige and Grim with the dual Berettas up on high. Pete comes on through, Grim gets his kill, but JT was dealt with. But Grim's doing everything in between the oranges. Elige now steps in for one as well. Jumping over the top is Nav, and Elige Complexity certainly aware that with that bomb plan, the damage done, Yakinda. elige, Holzerk starting to run over towards the support Floppy, but he's going to be alone for a moment. Floppy needs to go big. They jump straight past, but he gets the kill into NaV. Flying into the pit, but Cadian coming around on the flank from Archers. And New Complexity's economy is not in a good place. Grim trying to fight for his life, but it's denied. Holzerk is just praying, immediately goes down. Just the first barrage. Oh, not the best smoke. There is a massive gap on the right-hand side. They might just take liberties. JT drops the HE to get a clear line of sight, but the flashbang is so good, and twistzz sprays down elige thanks to that bit of space being given over. Yakinda finds his entry. And the B bomb site is liquids.
As B bomb site is liquids too easily.
Then you got Cadian, who called for heroic for so many years, and Inferno is where he got the work done, and this time around, Complexity are going to get aggressive towards the mid-smoke. elige is just walking on through, but it's being held. And over towards top banana, they catch off Grim as well, so both attempts for Complexity to poke and prod at this liquid assault fall flat. Holzerk finally gets a kill back and finds a second as well. Something to work with. But NaV is fully aware of his position, and with Cadian fighting. Now we've got Complexity just under some pistols.
This is really good call-in out of Cadian. Although, that's a good shot from Skulls. Caught off guard, that means the AK has now just dropped on the floor, but going back to these calls, they know the economy is quite low, so you're grouping up, you're executing. Where's been the place of least resistance? B.
Back though at the moment, Floppy finds the first, trying to push at the smoke, and Cadian falls. It gets blown open though, and twistzz is taking liberties. 3 as he charges on through, never stopping for a second. But they're both so incredibly low, and Holzerk hitting shots with the scout and even the pistol. Everybody over at the right time. Oh, Cadian, what a timing shot onto Grim. He's then punished again. And Yakinda finds elige. JT at least gets one back.
Away from B and reinforce A. It's a gamble stack at the highest magnitude. Skulls full blind as Floppy goes round the corner. That's more info.
Smoke goes forward. NaV is sitting on the edge of this one over towards Coffins. And this could be the killing blow right behind them. They are not expecting NaV. Floppy cannot even get involved, and see him stepping up here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the HE straight onto the noggin, but it doesn't deter him at all.
The liquid aren't forward facing towards top banana. Cadian on the angle, Holzerk into the round, and it's not helping.
He knew the opposite play. Holzerk peeks right in, and the double setup does find success. Skulls swinging out through the apartments. JT gets one back. Cadian's position known. Spray doesn't quite hit. He can pick up the AWP to go for a rogue. Cadian's walking in the smoke. He's standing in it, waiting to play shotgun AWP up close and personal. And Grim's on the other side, swapping to the Tech 9. He's going to be behind them. A smoke criminal, but in fact, Skulls is the one that activates first, and Cadian's just completely unknown. That extra smoke has actually confused things a little bit further. A tap on the bomb, but no commitment. Cadian with the clutch. Multiple AKs with the money they have, but they're going fast. elige, though, meets the Mach 10, but the trade is perfect from twistzz. Not slowing down. Floppy's the only one here in towards the pit. He needs a big moment, and he's found that first kill. JT comes to support, and at least the trade is quick, but JT traded out as well. Puts into the 2-on-2. Utility is bare bones, and Cadian is holding Holzerk's angle. This is the fight, and Holzerk just walks straight into it.
This is all theory crafted. This is all a counter to the way Complexity set themselves up. Finally, a fight for banana. Grim testing his luck straight into the dome. Goes Cadian's bullets. elige needs to fight forward, and he does.
Someone's got caught through a smoke on a timing. The Skulls, he's also got a timing. Walking on through, JT aware. Gives the advantage back to Complexity and elige. The solo player in banana. Yakinda going to be facing elige. Gets the first, but again, the trades.
That's where the hit's coming in. Holzerk can't go around this corner. Has to hold the line. He can't do it. twistzz experience prevails. And now him and NaV, brothers in arms for so long, looking to orchestrate this clutch. Floppy, though. Looks like you can stop the flop with NaV getting the trade.
That should be communicated over by Floppy. NaV is walking around the back lines. But JT is coming straight to him. The shadow is spotted, but JT's swing. It goes in towards New Box, and suddenly this site becomes a whole lot smaller. That's exactly where it's intended. Yakinda's already trying to get ahead of it. doubling up to maybe bait out his teammate. Tucking at the pillar, not spotted, but now he's under pressure. All these blocks running him down. Flashbang is great to support, but he falls, and NaV gets eaten alive by Grim. With the bomb, but it's just to throw a bit of extra utility. They're about to pop out through apartments, and it's ready. Skulls is holding, gets one. Elige with the trade. twistzz now has to do a lot of work. Elige is above him, and twistzz is tapping them out of the server. But it's still going to be twistzz that's put under pressure. A Molotov forward, and he's forced into the fight, but NaV can now step up and support this crossfire. Looking unbreakable, JT just trying, but time is running out, and twistzz isn't even giving up his head, just ducks down.
Oh, Cadian finds the shot. Ykinda close angle, but it's elige to trade with the utility. It's there to prevent further escalation up B. Still pushing the issue, JT holding the angle. And that's an overextension.
Is the only one on B, and all three are coming towards him. First is his, and he's under pressure, still able to get away, but nowhere to go, but it doesn't matter for Cadian. The flick onto Floppy is perfection. And holzerk looking for him, but Cadian, he takes the fight straight to him.
To take space in top banana, but it's all Cadian in this one. He gets the ace. He gets the full house. On towards complexity, starting to make the stars and shine a little bit duller.
That one is poetry in motion. Ykinda's gonna come on over, but they're already walking through arches. Skulls, he's gonna be the one that spots this out, but he is not ready for Elige. And now the pressure is on towards the B bomb side. Cadian in the back misses the first shot, and he can't find it on the second. Ykinda tucks in the corner, but he can't complete either kill. And with Cadian falling, complexity have found their way in.
Complexity just brute forced that over towards too many targets for him to look at.
You can't repeat the ace every round, can you? Ykinda continuing his aggression, and he's found the kill. Gonna allow further presence to come over towards A, but they're fast up here. twistzz catches the perfect timing on Green. Complexity might find an opener. twistzz is caught sleeping, not ready for Elige to be that close. So now Skulls is definitely going to feel that pressure in towards the pit. Elige finds him, and Elige is continuing to fight. holzerk finds NaV. Wanting to make a bit of a hero play, and gets blown, and he's found the head. In fact, it's Cadian that hits the shot. He didn't want to be involved in this bomb going down, but now he has to do everything, and that feels like this to take their map pick. And another variation, fighting aggressively, but holzerk, oh, the mulleted monster!
Stepped in. He's already far and deep up banana. twistzz needs to hold alongside Skulls, and they can't do it. Skulls will trade. holzerk misses the shot. And the bomb now recoils. Important kill to be found here. Skulls, if he drops the bomb, that turns the round away. Out of bullets. holzerk also missing the mark. And suddenly this gets confusing. This gets difficult. Elige running through the smoke.
How thorough will they be? Floppy walks all the way around to pit. Is the angle revealed? Is Cadian safe? He's not known. And Elige is fallen. Floppy has to come in clutch, and he can't do it. It's Cadian, and it's Liquid taking map 1.
Page here today. Fast one out towards A main. Skulls holding, but not ready for Floppy. And Elige, the dual Berettas.
Cadian's going to try and get something done, just walking down towards Stark. But JT is holding for this as well. Does get the kill. It's all trying to pull the distraction to enable Ykinda, but now it's just Ykinda. First kill is his. Now they know exactly where he is.
Can extract himself. There is a world in which he can get to this bomb site, but already been spotted out. It's going to be so difficult. Grim's just lying in wait. Will take the contact of Elige. Ykinda, one more headshot.
See that one back again. Look at those dualies go. All three full. Nice shot from Grim as well. But Elige and Floppy are getting fairly aggressive there. Oh, JT needed to be careful.
Their final destination, they want it to be A. Elige caught off guard in mid, not ready for twistzz.
Try and hunt down, but holzerk feels like he has that kill. NaV eventually taken down by Floppy, but it's good damage done. Ykinda's accelerating, but Grim hears it.
Can't find anything. Utility holding him back. His aggression and patience potentially rewarded, but no. Double nades. One doesn't quite hit the mark, and finally, angle in which vision not obscured. Denial utility. Whilst it's here, it's Skulls that denies JT. Now through the smoke on towards Grim and Elige. The only player to defend gets overwhelmed by twistzz in his head, thinking, what went wrong? It felt like everyone was in the right spot. And two walking close, this flashbang, it's everything but Nav. He just spams it. He expects them to be there. And through skulls goes JT. Needs to get the trade and he can't do it. Liquid have breached the bomb site again.
So explosive. Just feels like as the CT half plays out, it just means that if they're hitting into the side where elige isn't, he just can't get involved in it.
Utility, the war of attrition, but the poke in towards A main. At least holzerk is there to trade. But immediately, look at the pressure being applied elsewhere. Yakinda round the corner, JT dropping incendiaries and finally securing a headshot.
And a drop down in towards mid. elige is behind twistzz, and twistzz is being pinched at every angle. Finally, a response from complexity, and it's looking thorough, only losing the one.
elige, they're going to have to be reinforcing this bomb site. Floppy, full blind, Naf overwhelms, but holzerk is here to clean up at least. And finally, that's allowed space for JT to stand up and deliver alongside his AWP. And Yakinda can't even find the flank. Might push the issue.
Flash comes forward, Floppy. Now aware of that presence. holzerk gets twistzz. Naf though wins out the fight to JT. And they can come back, but elige's AWP is strong and Floppy holds from heaven. Cadian in mid by himself, and holzerk holds the line down. And he might not be done yet. Skulls has to find his way back into this round, does get that first kill, but can't adjust to Floppy. Stepping up and having an extra element always ready. Naf expecting a bit of aggression. Grim is looking for the angle, but Naf is precise, and now elige has to come on back. Gonna be mollied off though. Soundcrew gives up his presence, and bursting through the smoke, they just jump on in. Cadian gets the trade, but holzerk is here. 3-on-3, but JT keeps on fighting forward and somehow wins out the duel onto Yakinda. elige misses his mark onto Naf. Rescopes onto the angle, and Naf is ready for the push, but elige sharp with a shot. JT goes for the information. twistzz can't find the kill.
Need to hold the line. Need to scream for rotates. Naf's on his way, but he's a long way out. Yakinda just surviving. Naf steps in, but can't hold on. And it's Yakinda who is here from the start and now needs to close. And he can't get by the P250.
Liquid were just going to a different side, and he was forced to save, to go for retakes. But now he can be the one setting the tempo, making Liquid play to his tune. And he knows the songs that they like. He's not playing any of them. Vocal as they were on Inferno. JT is going fast. Yakinda does win out the fight, but the trade is immediate. Naf though quick on it. Grim in as well. It's a fast pounce into the side. Cadian at least keeping the advantage for a moment, but he is so low.
Like they haven't planted yet. There's so much room for them to get in.
Dulz tries to get ahead. twistzz not ready for Grim. Over towards the pillar. Now leaves it on Skulls, and his position is known. Nice little maneuver to get ahead of it, but he's heard. Touches the Molotov, and Grim sees him around the edge of the smoke. 1 HP. Skulls has no chance. Surely no. Grim walks straight on through. This is also a pretty decent angle. Oh, elige decapitates twistzz. Yakinda getting aggressive, and Grim deletes him. JT fast, pouncing on towards the site.
It's been one-way traffic.
Here's the answer to our question. It's for this round. It's allowed a double AWP to come through, and Cadian
Be accounted for. Floppy trying to apply pressure. elige will be traded out eventually. He's still got 1 AWP in Naf. They know this. Complexity wants to get as close as possible to try and remove it.
double AWP on B. Smoke lands forward. Floppy's found a double. Grim gets his as well. It there. They know this AWP is in play. Naf misses his shot, and Complexity are not done yet.
Yeah, they get another shot at booking their tickets to Copenhagen. And that looked completely dominant from Complexity as well. Overpass, our decider. This is big. This just means your players can sit here. You've also got the space from Floppy in towards short. They're going to be ready for these rotates. holzerk in towards long. He deals with twistzz. JT as well on towards Naf. Yakinda feels like he's trapped. There's no space. There's nowhere to go. Liquid, they've got to fight their way out. And they're losing every single gunfight. elige has been noted over towards Fountain, but Skulls, he's wasting so much time coming to clear him. And elige just slipped the net. It's been such a nuisance, finally dealt with, but the damage, you feel like it's already been done.
Clear close in towards the truck. That's where Grim lies in wait. Flash comes in, doesn't matter. Holzerg's blind, but still hits his mark, and Cadian not ready for Grim to swing.
This means it's going to be fast. It means they're going to try and take the space in towards short early. You see that Naf's got the intent. Flashbang's flying through. He's running through the mollies, but full blind. It's Floppy and JT that combine. Skulls and twistzz trying to provide an outlet, but it's Grim. He stands tallest on that for more, but it's elige again. Finally punished. The best possible position to set up against this hit.
Gonna be late on the come through. That flashbang is good, but it's only the one that comes through for Floppy. Still JT and Grim into the side, and Grim finds the first before they can even get through the door. Grim continuing to lock down B. JT swings through for his, and even elige is going to catch a good timing to come on forward. You can just spot it, and Cadian so much. And now Grim, it's his chance to step forward. Close to the bathrooms, Holzerg lying in wait as well, but it's only the one. HE over the top, can't find any of these low players. And Floppy comes around, but he's loud about it. Cadian gets his.
10 seconds, you got to get in there, you got to plant the bomb. Is it still difficult? Holzerg locking them out. JT completely denying anything. Even though 7-0, Holzerg again being active, this time with the sniper. Ikinder very good with these entries, but in fact, the first contact comes down con, skulls removed.
Again in the back lines, it's a split attack. Two players going through, the bomb is in towards short, and elige has managed to find Cadian. He cuts them in half, that's the bomb lost. And known about, twistzz is going to try and recover, looking for elige, does get the kill, and Naf swings on through, there's a way back in. But Floppy is still here, Yakinda on a very late flank, and there's no time. Yakinda's heard, Holzerg does hear him back though, but 10 seconds. twistzz needs to get into the site. Yakinda being held for, but maybe if they could just find the kills. Grim can't deny the bomb. twistzz has found a way through somehow. Liquid are making this work, but Grim can still unravel Yakinda from up on high.
Default, flashing towards Monster. Holzerg can't see anything, Naf punishes. At least there's a trade for complexity, but they still don't know where this is going to end up.
And it's caused another rotation. It's loud though. Swinging on forward, trying to get ahead of it. Grim's just fighting every single angle, but twistzz hits the headshot. JT slips on through. elige is still out towards long. A timing issue, but twistz's headshots are not. elige, no! elige!
Where complexity could be. The start of the round looks so much better for Liquid, but this kill out long unraveled things by elige. And he might even get the first contact here. Yakinda on the smoke fade. Meanwhile, the rest of the roster looking to push Monster on a similar timing.
elige finds his mark. twistzz though, another clean kill, and Cadian as well on the drive by the JT. Grim steps in for one, but they have breached the site. elige is now spotted, and naflight enacts his revenge.
Ahead of it, but there's no utility. Boost up, Holzerg is potentially caught in transition. He picks up the sniper, he jiggles, but it's Yakinda again. Keep a peek. Because look, they're going to walk through long here. It all depends on the contact. Naf will find elige as well. Spams out on the boost. Holzerg can't find the trade. And now the pressure's also being applied at long. They're trying to split into this site. The flashbang, not good enough for JT. As he will still find Yakinda. Holzerg.
They have to come through. Time is such an issue. twistzz is going to be leading through, and twistzz leads with two. Floppy can't get anything done, and Grim. Cadian's holding the line with the AWP. And there's so many players ready to swing, even if he misses his mark. But he doesn't. Group of them ready just to hit fast onto B. Holzerg has the heaven smoke ready to go. Flashbangs to follow up, but a boost in. Skulls is pushing. Naf is spotted. Now Skulls got to be up fast. The flash from Holzerg strikes and sets Grim up. twistzz with one kill. And the entirety of the CT start to rotate. They're fast on through. Grim is not done yet. Naf tucks into the corner, and Naf strikes, but it's only for one. Grim with 4 in the round, but might be given the fight. elige starts to look around. He's spotted Naf. They know, but Naf still finds that first kill, and elige can't find the shots. Holzerg tries to step in, but Naf has found the headshot. twistzz found a way to extend this game. Cadian's caught though, and it's given an avenue in. Second complexity can waste is everything. Grim fights on forward. A double push in from short, but Floppy has smoked it off. It feels like complexity are so locked in. in perfect flow state, but Grim makes a fatal error, and it leaves it to Floppy, the previous clutch master for this squad. Tapped by twistzz, and he's sticking. Floppy coming around, and he's being held by Yikinda. Liquid. Oh, Floppy's lurk, though, it could be everything. Cadian was falling off the line, but Cadian gets back onto it. There was a moment where Floppy could have done a lot. And off the back of him falling, they go straight in towards A. The flashbangs forward. The Molotov twistzz is still here, and everyone is rotating for the CTs. Time is now limited for complexity, an issue that faced the other squad. But naf and twistzz are stepping up. Grim gets one back. It's Grim and elige. And Grim again gets a kill. elige in the clutch. The first is elige's. And Yikinda is so damn low. And elige. But both orbs fire off for nothing. elige misses the shot, but there's that support. Grim steps in. twistzz is spotted, but can't find the kill. naf actually spamming out from short to get that.
xgoz needs to be the player to take the first contact. Instead, smoked off. Is naf going to spam? Yes, he is. He's trying to sell the idea that xgoz isn't here. But xgoz is. Double decapitation. The flames. The nades.
Kinder's spray doesn't work out though. Grim gets the kill. And Cadian needs to step up because he is the only one here. Misses the second shot. Now he's going to get overwhelmed. He just kept fighting forward. twistzz at least is able to step in, but JT's Deagle is doing everything. Oh, it is doing everything. He is leading his team to 12. Taking them by force to Copenhagen. Skulls has a 1v3 on his hands.
Talk about leading by example here. First shot, you think, all right, not bad. They've run down the AWP. And he just keeps on going. Grim and Floppy by his side. And South African calling from the front. Swing into naf, but not the kill. naf trying to stand the test of time. At least there's a trade from xgoz. But Cadian cornered in towards connector.
Look at elige. He's walked on through, but it might not matter. He's gotten so much space. He's going to be ahead of the rotates. Is it too much respect being given on over? Hulkster's going to get the plant in the 2-on-4. Now the AWP posted on up. He can look for his mark. There is a push coming through from Skulls. He's recovered an AK, and he might be what ends it, but holzerk's firing that first shot, looking for the second. And holzerk continues his reign of dominance. elige with the killing blow, and complexity are going to Copenhagen.
It's Jason Lake's juggernaut taking down the European Pegasus of Liquid. They tried to make a return in the NA.